Daily Thoughts, Thursday, the 19th of March, 2026. A speech that somebody delivered and you heard. If I were to discuss a public address that has stayed with me over the years, I'd have to choose the famous commencement speech delivered by Steve Jobs at Stanford University. While I do not usually pay much attention to formal speeches, this particular video is something that I have watched multiple times on YouTube. It is widely considered to be one of the most iconic and moving speeches of the modern era. It has been shared millions of times across the globe since it was first delivered. I remember being quite curious about why so many people were talking about it, so I decided to sit down and listen to the entire message from start to finish. One of the most interesting things about this speech is that it has become a standout resource for people who want to improve their English language skills. Because Steve Jobs spoke in such a clear and articulate manner, many students and teachers use his words as a guide for public speaking and pronunciation. I personally found that studying the script of his speech was a very effective way to pick up new vocabulary. It also helped me learn how to structure a persuasive argument. The way he used simple but powerful language to tell his life story made the content very accessible for everyone. The content of the speech itself was divided into 3 separate stories from his life. These stories covered topics like connecting the dots, love and loss, and the reality of death. What impressed me the most was his honesty about his failures and how he used those setbacks to eventually achieve even greater success. He encouraged the graduates to follow their hearts and to stay hungry for knowledge, which is a message that resonated with me deeply. It was not just a typical academic lecture because it felt like a sincere piece of advice from someone who had experienced the highest peaks and the lowest valleys of a professional career. In conclusion, the speech by Steve Jobs is much more than just a famous video to me. It is a source of both linguistic and personal inspiration. It taught me that even the most successful people in the world have faced rejection and uncertainty at some point in their lives. Every time I feel a bit lost in my own career or studies, I try to remember his words about trusting that the dots will somehow connect in the future. I believe that the speech will continue to be a valuable resource for many years to come for those looking for a bit of motivation.